Good afternoon. This is Kathleen. Got it like tarot. Want to welcome everybody onto the program this afternoon. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted here. I'm trying to drop this stack of cards. It's a beautiful weekend here in California. I think we're in the hundreds again. It's hot out. I think we're right at 100 or just below. Let me look. My phone's about ready to die. Plug it in. Charge up it died. Um, I think we're right at about it's either 99 or 100, something like that. It's hot out, but in the house, got the air on. And I've already gone and thrown for the collective, so let's start there. I don't have any new news. Still trying to get packed. This week I've had a really hard time motivating myself, so I'm not going to worry about it this week. I'm just going to take it day by day and get back into the swing of do a little more, do a little more, do a little more. I know Brenda over Brenda's Tarot, my good friend Brenda, is working on a new deck. So I'm looking really forward to seeing that. She sent me the Fool card, and it's a picture of her as the Fool. I said, that's interesting. I never think of her as a fool. Anyway, she told me, oh, she's designing a new deck and it's really different, and it's putting there all the art into sort of cartoon type overlay. I think she's submitting her own original art and then or pictures, and then it's converting it. Anyways, I'm not sure how it works. I think it's an AI type program that's helping her out, but it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what the deck looks like. The cards are really cute. So, anyways, that's where she's going. What she's doing right now. Also reading tarot. So, anyways, I'm going to start with the collective today because I've thrown cards for collective to see which direction we're going as a collective in this period of time. Today, of course, is 8/21, 2026. And, okay, I got from my Celtic Cross. Let's see, let's start with the underlying cards because I usually do. Okay, the underlying cards for this reading are showing the Death card. This is an ending and a new beginning during this cycle. It is followed by the Eight of Swords, or the Eight of Wands, which is wands are power, but it's things moving very quickly, things moving fast. So the energy right now is moving very quickly in this reading. It is followed by the Four of Pentacles, which signifies rest after battle. And with this Four of Pentacles, I'm feeling like, we're going through a battle with the closing of different organizations. The doors are closing, and we're just reflecting on the period of time in which we have recently gone through. It's not really discussing moving forward so much as and moving backwards. So we are reflecting on the period of time that we have just closed the door out on. That is followed by the King of Swords. This is a king that is sharp, to the point, educated, calculated. he's not looking at the wishy-washy things in the way he rules. He's precise. He's a truth teller, and he speaks with a very sharp tongue. It is what it is. He's not going to take a bunch of BS around there. And that is followed by, of course, the strength card. And the strength card usually depicted a lady carrying a lion, but in this one it is not. She does have that Leo energy with all the hair. It is a picture of the lion surrounded in roses with an infinity above his head. And that is just showing me all around strength of this lion, that he's carrying that energy of that continuous strength, knowledge, etc. He's not taking a forward act right now. He's just sort of standing his ground in that energy. So we'll see where that takes us in the future. Moving into the reading for the collective, I'm going to start with the center card. The center of the reading, the very underlying card to this reading, is the Eight of Swords. And in the Crow deck, the Eight of Swords is, we are all bound up around these swords, and we're standing waiting for someone to throw us the keys to release ourselves from these Eight of Swords. There are people waiting in the water, seeing if we're going to be free. We are not at this time. These swords are making us feel very bound up, very stuck. We do have the ability to get out of these swords, and we will see where we're going in regards to that as we get through this circle of truths that are coming out in these swords. Crossing the swords is that Knight of Pentacles. This is that slow and steady moving knight. It's showing that the knight has breached the gates and is sitting upon this. This is not a knight that's going out gallivanting through town, picking up favors and the individual items that will allow us to going. This is just, a reading that's allowing us to see into the future a little bit with this opening of the aces that we are waiting on. So it's I lost my train of thought. Okay, that's crossing it. Okay, coming into the energy of this reading is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is that thief in the night card. In this case, the wands aren't stealing it, but the intentions of the deck is the stilling of energy, the stilling of motion moving forward on this wands. So we are surrounded in that energy, that taking advantage of the situation, the moment that's depicted in these cards. Above us, we get the Page of Wands. This is that page that is that warning that hey, squawk, squawk. We have the wands here. The wands are that knowledge and creativity. We need to watch that energy during this period of time as it's sitting above that Eight of Swords and that Knight of Pentacles that we are rising above. So that energy is currently surrounding this week's energy of where we're moving through. A lot of big changes coming on, but not a lot of movement moving us forward. Below that is the Fool card. This is that the Fool's journey, the beginning of the new journey. This is that leap of faith card that we are going to start anew with that leap of faith coming in this period of time with our new journey. This is the ride in which we move forward, and what directions are we going to be looking towards as we're advancing forward in the group of cards coming our way. as we work out into the future, we get the Three of Cups. I don't think this is a celebration so much. It's just us working in partnerships with each other as we're in this period of time moving forward. So these Three of Cups, they're working together, taking note that there are changes still amongst us in our intellectual movement that we need to take into consideration. Other people moving within the crowd, the energy that this reading is dragging. It's not an energy of a lot of fast moving action, but us taking our time to rel- un, that's allowing us to move forward out messages or dark. We're in the element of that moving out of the dark and not necessarily in that element of celebration at this point in time, because there's so much change and so much lack of trust in the next period of time to see what direction we're going, how the energy is going to toll on us. The energy and atmosphere in this environment that we're feeling right now is that Ten of Swords. It's feeling very unstable right now. A lot of pressure, a lot of restrictions on this Ten of Swords with that high energy in there. We're trying to feel the trap. We're feeling a little less out or panic or I've been good. This card is saying, I've been good. Yeah, I'm tired, but I've been good. So, yeah, he's just resting right now, waiting for the changes to happen and move us through this period of time. Um, the direction in which we're taking our environment and how is it motivating us is this 5, 6, 7, 8, this Eight of Cups. We are needing to move forward, and these cups are going to allow us to do so as we stride to our new prospects. With this cups, it's going to move it still full of cards, and we'll be moving forward in this is the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. It's that slow and steady moving knight. He is not a fast knight by any means, but he's a stable, steady knight. So we do feel some stability as we work in this energy um, of the Thief of the Night and holding on to what we have in the stability as we start to slowly move forward. Just to keep in mind is we are coming out of this chaos in the Ten of Cups, and we're here as a couple with this Ten of Cups, and it's new energy, it's new life, it's a new beginning for us. It's that the Ten of Cups that are on the rainbow, that prosperity with those cups, bringing abundance and food in those cups. So we will be moving forward in this energy with abundance around us, moving forward, but I'm not feeling uh, necessarily any negative energy coming around this. We're sort of in a suspended animation right now as we move through this period of time. And we're wanting to break through this so we can move forward and see some great changes coming forward. But it's going to take some time before we break those barriers and move forward in the energy. The final card of this reading, we get the Queen of Pentacles. That Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing queen. She's financially responsible. She holds the key to bringing assets and allies available to us, back to our farm, the fruit, the availability of the nation. And it's a wonderful, wonderful card. We are not going to sit around everything coming to us naturally. We're going to have to work and we're going to have to collaborate, both moving forward and staying steady on our feet in our local homes right now as we move through this energy. This is the area in which life is going to actually bring some change. It's going to be through. as you can see, this calendar is this for this month of September. Um, we're moving towards mid-August into the towards the end of the week. We've got the new moon coming with the energy of the moon in the astrology. It is a lunar eclipse moon where the earth covers the moon in front of the sun and it halos behind it. I think that's the order in which it goes. Anyways, that is going to occur on the 21st, I believe, is when the solar eclipse is for the new 21st going into the 22nd. So that is where you're going to see change on that moon. This calendar is going to be going to show a lot of darkness, and so we will stay covered for this. And my mother is in town this week, and she will be returning back next week. And then I'll be going out the following week. So it should be fun. I'm getting reconnected. My mom's in the process of the turmoil. Baby boom. Is not showing very far right now. She's moving forward in this period. She is currently sitting in spring. She is moving fast. The baby's cute too. The baby is tiny. So I'll get some pictures up as soon as I have some. What baby? I don't know what baby this is because my daughter isn't pregnant. So maybe somebody new coming into the family. I don't know. Maybe we're getting one on the other side. I don't know. And where the baby came from, it came right out of my mouth. I'm not sure what it's referring to. So, I'm really tired. I'm really, really tired today for some reason. I didn't sleep really well last night. So we'll be winging it a little bit, trying to keep my eyes open. So, anyways, that is a reading for the collective. Okay, I am going to switch decks because I'm going to read out of the oneness deck for the collective for personal questions. Donations are welcomed. If you want to donate or if you have a question, send a $5 donation and I will do your question. Kelly, I did get yours. Thank you. And I did get one from somebody else. Kelly's going through my bank account myself. Why is my when I read your question, Kelly, let me reread it. Her question was my mom cognizant during her last moments here on earth? And I heard yes. Yes, she was. Um, but I will throw cards on that too. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing a strong yes. Yes, she was cognizant. Even if she wasn't responsive to people around her, she knew what was going on. She could hear it. She was processing information. She had full awareness as time was passing by in the energy. Yes, she was very aware of the people that were present, even people that were outside of the room. making noise or content. It was good to have her energy around. And then it's time. And I'm just trying to feel. Um, yeah, everybody seems to have passed through that energy as I've shifted into this period of time into that shift with that energy of the aces, that new birth, a beginning of a new beginning. It's that new beginning that's happening. More mercy through, and I'm trying to get an idea of what's going on. There aren't going to be big changes occurring at the moment. We're just sort of setting and settling as we go to move forward. Let me throw cards on this. I don't know, my signal has been lost on my pump. Okay. So let's see where your mom's going in her cognizance, or she just moving towards that light, towards that transition, and not worrying about anything really going on around her anymore, and that positive light of energy. I think death is actually a pretty interesting energy itself. When you're aware of your death, it doesn't come with a lot of baggage, a lot of heat, a lot of negativity. Um, unless your death is moving in like a violent, strong way. But I'm seeing your mom's passing very gentle, very quiet, very private. It wasn't a big hard battle that she was facing. Well, as we come into the reading, your mom felt like the thief of the night. She has gathered up her swords. She is now in the fish tank, and she is floating around, and she is rising up to that water, to that light in the sky. This is her knowing, taking control. She is that deep in the night. She has that strength, that water strength to keep her energy and to strengthen her as she is moving and ascending through the heavens in this period, sort of like shifting through the waters, flowing through the waters and moving forward. It's a beautiful energy. She is the embodiment of swords. This is the King of Swords. The energy is moving. It's got the dynamics of the butterfly and ascension in this card, the way it's depicted. And of course, the butterflies an extension. Yes, this is a strong card for a butterfly. They've come out of caterpillars. They're moving on, securing its lifetime at this point in time, and it's making the strong decisions to the era of the king, and the importance of the king, bringing him or if it's violence, whatever. We need to use this energy as we move forward in our path. And I'm going to throw these onions in this pan with all that yummy stuff and create dinner. I've got dinner going on in the other room. So that's one of the steps I made as we're sitting through here. In the center of the reading, we have options. Your mom had options, and in her transition to heaven, yes, she was very aware of what was going on, and as she transitioned, she could decide what direction she wanted to do the life review or a transition with the angels first. All these options were available to her to take the step into heaven and start doing her life review from different angles, because we go in and review our life from multiple angles when we do go in. And she chose the door that's going to allow her to go over each item and really understand and feel what was going on and why the decisions she made were made and the direction in which it was taking her. It's a very beautiful energy. She really did enjoy her life and made decisions to go in the direction she wanted to go, because that is what she wanted. She wanted to write her own narrative, her own footsie as she moved through this lifetime. Yes, she's gonna have a lot of friends in this area. A lot of friends have crossed over, are crossing over in this period of time. This is a movement into a great change. That not only is there a lot of change here on Earth with our presidencies and change of office, the change of government, the filling of our government. Some of these people that have been running in leadership position are starting to drop off, dwindle down. We're taking that energy as we're looking through, and they want. I don't know if that energy is going to continue in the direction it's going. I think things are going to get better, because as we move into the energy, we get the stars. And this is us looking up into the sky, into the heavens, and wishing upon a star. And my guides are telling me, yes, our wishes are going to come true. The star is going to hold us tight, keep us informed of what's going on, and move with us to new possibilities and to enrich us as we know it, because we are driving our own chariot as we go forward in this. So your mom is driving her own chariot. She is taking charge of her life and her life review, and she feels really strongly about the direction which it's gone. Trust in the process, she says, because ultimately she gets the final card of the reading is the inspiration of Pentacles. This is that King of Pentacles energy. The light is on, it's knowledge, it's bright, it's warm. She has made it through this process of the life review, and she's coming out on the other side. Quite happy at the final destination that she moved through this energy. So, yeah, she's very content with the energy and the life path in which she took to get here and achieve this circle. And she says she is very blessed to have been your mother. Yes, she was very cognitive, very aware of what's been going on as she crossed over and took that step onto the other side. So blessings to you, Kelly. I love the energy of these cards. I feel like I'm babbling a little bit. I'm very tired right now. I've been up since like 2, 3 this morning. I got up really early and I've been going pretty strong. You know how when you're up, moving around and you get a lot done, then you sit down and you start falling asleep. It's like, ugh, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, the next one up is Tony. I'm trying to get a good shuffle in on these cards. My hands aren't working real well. Okay, so Tony, see where the cards are taking us. First card out in the reading, Tony, is that Wheel of Fortune. You are still heading into that destiny um, of good fortune that you've been laying out in your path. It is followed by the synchronicity card. So things are starting to move, starting to happen in the direction in which you want it to flow. You get the inspiration of swords right in the center of the reading. This is telling me that yes, you are taking charge of that energy. This is that proposal energy that you put out there. This is the one you got your instruments are sharp. Um, they are going towards the new energy of this period of time. There's a lot of changes going on with the school district. I think there are changes in your employment, your job. This is not you leaving the job. This is changes in the duties of your job as you're moving forward and moving into the energy. And it's presenting itself like it's great um, change in the paperwork, but it actually isn't. It's change in the situation. It's a look at the new times energy that's moving forward that is currently in the environment and the energy in which the uh, we are going to be moving in energy with this Queen of Swords. I like that card. It is followed by, I love these cards. It is followed by the Five of Wands. That is that infighting. That's the internal fighting in our heads. But as you're juggling through that energy, you're looking at everything that's been going on in regards to work and changes and things like that. As you go juggling along, you're going to find that everything is settling down and you're finding balance within your life, balance within the new organization as this makes itself through. So this is that infighting to the change and things slowing down. Office, the work at your desk is slowing down, and you are starting to take serious in what that we're moving through in this period of time is that juggling of the new lessons has changed. You guys could do math. Yeah, I'm seeing the math as being a challenge for our kids. One thing that's going to really come forward. We are putting the good hard work through. I'm channeling and this information seeping in on top of Tony's reading. So I'm seeing for the kids during this period of time mathematics again, but for Tony, there's a lot of change, a lot of hard work ahead. This is a proposal that she's put out there a long time ago that is catching momentum now, and it's showing up at work, and it's starting to show itself. The underlying cards of the reading is the Three of Swords. There's a little bit of heartbreak and some of the decision making moving forward in this proposal. But it gets the action of swords. This is that fast moving knight with his energy around that sword moving forward into a prosperous way of doing things. We're currently also settling back down to what's going on. It is followed by the Ten of Cups. So, as you're moving into this energy of this new propulsion and doing those shifts in the job, finally, we've been waiting for this to come in play. You're going to see this is the rising of the people, the rising of the position, being supportive of the community within the school, and everything's going to be working well because it is going to bring changes to the workload and changes on the job for how they're approaching the teaching and getting doubles again. And that came out with the Ace of Pentacles. So then that's a big yes card. That's a yes into stability support for this program. So yes, you will be moving towards this program. This program is big changes in circumstances and financial stability. And they're going to be getting the next breaks coming up from your being those heart soup energy that's going to bring vitality to you as you're moving this thing. I'm not knowing where this soup is coming from. I'm thinking tomato soup, and that you're making tomato soup. You're heating up abundance. I don't know why the tomato soup popped in my head, but with this yes card and these changes of the happy family, yes, you're gonna have that tomato soup. I always think tomato soup is it's just a mainstay staple of one of the foods that helps us get grounded in our energy. Yeah, grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup, sustainability. That's comfort food to me and to many of us. So yeah, maybe that's where the tomato soup came. And the final card on this is that chariot card. You are driving this chariot, so these opportunities are seeing the fruition. Now you're driving that chariot, and you're watching them come to fruition. So looks like that plan's starting to get on its way, Tony. Yay! Let me know how that's going. That's been in play for quite some time, so that should be interesting to see how that's coming through. And next up is Marby. The energy's going. We need 5-card draws if we haven't picked up on that. I'm just doing 5-card readings for everybody today. The energy from Marby. Okay, doubles are wanting to come out today for some reason. I'm going to go with the flow. The underlying card of the reading is that Ten of Swords, and your Ten of Swords, you have left the shoreline and the mess and chaos and everything being tight, and you have gone out to sea. You have followed that light out to sea, and everything's moving smoothly in the background. I love it. It is followed by the Spirit of Wands. This is that that night. It's not the night. It's a Page of Wands in the energy. He's just looking at the spirit and what it conveys to the energy. This is just a messenger coming through, and the wands, of course, is that energy of movement, and notice it as it's coming towards you in this era. It is followed by the nostalgia card. This is the card of you memory, taking the time to look back at your memories in photo books and photo albums, and the changes that are going on. What's going on in that old pot hill? I think we're good. We're looking for it. So that is a nostalgia card. And we'll be moving forward in that beautiful energy from the past and making new memories moving forward into the future. The final card for the underlying cards is the Four of Pentacles. Spirit wants to remind us that we need to continue being very frugal at this time with your energies and your finances. So hold on to what you got, buy what you need, don't go extravagantly overboard. Pick up those few extra items that could be you could pick up on a day where it may be financially hard to get out and go out and seek those things. You're coming into this week right now feeling a little bit depressed, a little bit under the weather, a little bit melancholy as it's raining in the background, and you're just sort of waiting for the rain to lift and let up. But you are seeing the water coming down and feeding your new garden that has moved and shifted into a new position. You've if you're like Dean's a teacher, he's actually moved into a new classroom this year. So he's going to have a lot of changes at the beginning of the year, the start of the new lesson. So if you do work in teaching or anything like that, you are seeing that change now, the change of classroom, this change of programming that you're doing. Some of the materials are a little different and rejuvenated. Right now, you're just in that new period of time at work where you're putting that new energy into place, and you're going with that right now. The Hermit is in your midst, of course, in this energy with lighting your path and finding your new way as you're taking this journey this week through the energy in which is that is coming from um, the guidance of the Hermit. So your guides are there, help lighting your path and moving you forward. The card that came out with this is the Hierophant. The guides are there, also leading you to your connection with your spirituality, your connection with the higher powers, with the deity that's guiding you, your guides. And these guides are here guiding you, and you become aware of them in your presence. So being connected with your guides is going to help you navigate through this new period of time. Right in the center of the reading, you have the Action of Wands. This is this is a lot of power, a lot of strength moving forward. You're taking charge in that as a knight, moving through the new programs, taking a new perspective of things and seeing things that you have coming in your life that's moving you and propelling you forward in a positive way. So you are charging forward, making changes in a good way, because this is a fast moving night, and he's propelling you into all those good things that you have yet to rediscover as they come to fruition. You get the inspiration of Pentacles as a positive light, living institute, a lot of mushrooms and a lot of mushrooms. I'm seeing mushrooms on the card. It's time to go mushroom hunting. Add that to your diet. Watch out for those wild mushrooms. If you are eating wild mushrooms, make sure you understand what you're eating. But this is ideas, and this is the inspiration of Pentacles. That is the Queen of Pentacles. This is a goes out and searches and finds new things. That wild mushrooms. Maybe you're looking at new recipes. You're going to integrate some of the beautiful wild mushrooms into the soup for dinner this coming week. Something's going to enhance the flavor of the vitamins in your meal. But you are being guided right now, and a good way of expressing yourself in times of need and times of prosperity is to open that cookbook and create some new things, like a new soup recipe or something like that. It's going to bring wonderful, rich flavor into your life, and also bring them into your soul by feeding your soul that beautiful energy. The final card of the reading is the Spirit of Swords, and this card is telling me that these swords are selling the strong and powerful rooted. This is showing you the strength of the forensic in your way. This energy is moving us all forward with you. We're soaring in the skies, of course. We're standing in our truths as we see the changes coming in. August does have a lot of changes coming with people that are currently in office. We have new seats, we have new movement and new energy getting strong and moving for this period of time. We have a lot of changes continuing to uh, others in this endeavor as we're moving through this energy. So let's watch the changes coming forward, because I think not only Marvy is getting in on these changes, but we are all going to be joining her in changes during this period of time. There's a lot of shift. If you haven't noticed it, we have a great feeling of shift moving on. And I am dozing. I am like falling asleep a little bit during this reading. I am so sorry for that. I've been hit with that I am tired stick, so I will try to pull through that one. Like, ooh. And next up is Tammy. Get a drink of water here. Andy Bambi. Okay. The underlying card of the reading is the Death card. This is the ending of one period and the beginning of a new period for you, Tammy. So you are ending the cycle from last week and you're starting on a new cycle. This is bringing you. This is bringing you to the action of swords. This is that Knight of Swords that you're taking charge and moving forward. You're moving in a new direction and you're taking full charge during this period of time. You're feeling a little bit of heartbreak, but this is not in the romance department. This is in the change. You are a little bit heartbroken where we are in this world, and you're taking charge and standing for something that you do not want changing or that you want to cause change to stand in the energy of it. So you're standing up for your broken heart of how things are going. You're going to stand that energy, maybe even write some letters. You're moving forward, you're driving your own chariot, you're standing firm in your beliefs, and by doing so and taking some action towards what it is you're wanting to see, um, either change or change for the better, whatever you get involved with. You could be writing a letter to your senator and stuff saying, hey, I don't want to see these changes. We need to keep these things. It's so important to keep our health care in place, our disability payments stable, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is that you're standing up for, you're writing your own chariot and you're putting that information out there. By doing that, this is bringing that Knight of this Nine of Pentacles towards you. This will keep financial stability in your realm and make life much, much easier. So stay in that power. do some letter writing. It's time to dig up a few addresses and really write a letter and tell your congressman and your representative exactly how you feel on these changes to Medicare. And I'm thinking it's tied to the politics of Medicare, Social Security, disability payments, and the need to keep those things stable and in place and not make drastic changes, stripping any of the benefits we have for those areas. Those of us that are relying on those benefits and programs really need to keep those in place. They can't strip everything away from everybody, or our society is just going to fall apart and become very ill, and it's going to take everything down. Not only the elderly, the disabled, the thing, but across the board, it's going to affect children. It's going to protect working class people. It's going to affect the wealthy. Everybody will be affected if they start pulling these programs. So it's time for not only Tammy, but all of us to get in there, get our pens out, write those letters, and let our senators and our representatives know we need these things in place. As we're going into this reading with all this change, the ending and new beginnings that they're talking about, we have options. We get the Two of Wands. This is us being creative. This is us taking a stand and putting that information out there as a collective. Not only Tammy, but all of us need to do that. Write some good, strong letters about different things in politics that we want to see continue to move forward in a positive way. It's not so much of what they're wanting to eliminate. It's what we need to do to stand in our power, in our strength, and get these things represented, and stand in the energy behind our congressmen, behind our senators, to stand in to hold those changes to a positive light of growth rather than a negative one taking us down further and further. Don't know how this reading is getting so political, but it is, because these are things that are affecting us all as health coverage, and things like that. You get the Four of Cups, Tammy. This is telling you that opportunities are coming your way. You've got the beautiful energy of opportunities. They're making offers to you. Look in the cup, make some choices, make some decisions, and take those opportunities. They are going to lead you in the right direction. Right in the center of the reading, you get the embodiment of cups. This is that Queen of Cups. This is that nurturing queen, that queen that is stable. She's looking in the cup. She's got her cup. She's holding all the things that are important to bring forth that nurture, the ability to nurture and hold on into the future. She's a strong queen, and she believes in what she's doing. She's nurturing all the energy around her to keep everything stable and moving. You're also moving forward in this energy, for this week is into the Seven of Cups. This is your the ability to manifest. You're using that energy. You're looking in all your cups. You have your baubles and your dragons and your wishes and your dreams all out there, and you've got all the things, the making of a wonderful reflection of what you want to see coming forward. And this is you're doing it. This is you taking those ideas and moving them something very positive, very strong, moving in. You can take that and use that to help not only those around you, but other people out there as they're in this learning process. Of course, it's beginning of school, so we have a lot of learning going on. But those around you, I feel like you're going to be working with some of these kids. So you may want to even consider doing some volunteer work at your local school, just a day or so a week, and working with some of them in some of their skill building, to create that interaction of keeping things exciting and looking at the nostalgia. Sometimes when you look at things from the past, you can look at things that will help you build your future, because from what happens in the past, we can take all those memories and bring them forward and remember this and that and the other, that is going to be effective ways that helped you learn in other ways. You can share that information with others to help them grow. And you are going to celebrate this energy and success. So you will be successful in working with the local teachers and stuff in school, in some of this, helping in the area of teaching different aspects of studying and availability of facts that will help the students learn in this up and coming years. Blessings to you, Tammy. Okay. And next up is Brenda. Yes, Brenda, can you tell I'm super, super tired? Look, I'm washing while I'm reading. The energy around Brenda. The underlying part of this reading, Brenda, is working in partnerships with others. No, you're not doing that. I think you have up and coming readings coming up with Nate. No, that with Anne. And you and I are still working towards creating a collaboration. Have you noticed there's a couple readers that are now taking our ideas of doing readings and channeling? I saw that Linda G was out there promoting doing that too. I thought that was interesting. But it doesn't matter. More than one person, all of us have talents in those areas, and readings will have different perspectives from different psychics. So I look forward to doing those programs. We really need to definitely start doing that. This is the underlying reading, of course, working in partnerships, followed by the death card. This is the ending of the old period and the beginning of something new, some new beginnings. Whatever it is, we'll be doing working on this period of time. We're moving forward, we're working hard, and we're creating even more information and more ways to get out there with the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, we're being creative. We're redesigning our tattoos, our art that we're going out there. Our art. I'm thinking our abilities, expanding how we use them, how we utilize that information as we move forward. We also are getting the um, a higher perspective. I'm looking at the word. I cannot get the word out of my mouth. we're looking at the world from a higher perspective now. We're in our hot air balloons. We floated way above the thing. We've got a good view of the world and what's going on, and we're looking think from a much higher perspective. I think in the times we're in, we do need to take the time to look at everything in a higher perspective as we move forward, because we certainly do not want to slip back. But by doing this, we're also keeping ourselves in line with the wheel of fortune, finding that balance as we're moving through the paths, forming and working through the changes that we have coming up in the new perspective of what's going on. We're working, you're starting this energy from the energy of the moon as you come into this reading. Something's hidden from in the moon, and you're bringing it to light now as you work through this period of time, this new beginning, the new solstice that's coming through with this new moon and pulling that positive energy forward. This is the beginning of a new beginning in our junior high cycle, our elementary cycle. This year, we're starting school off and we're building new relationships during this period of time. And we will be there to support each other as we're moving through there. This is the time to work through those dark moments, those secrets, those things that have been in our life that we've been carrying around. We need to take the time to look and take into perspective everything we're doing, all the changes that we face, and all the accomplishment we have. And it's time to sever the cord. We need to sever the cord of the past and let go of it, set ourselves free as we move forward. And as we set ourselves free, as we need to be we need to be embracing the change that is coming forward and making things better. So this is not just healing our past, but also moving forward in a learning process as we move forward. As we move forward in that energy, we are getting the Spirit of Pentacles. This is that messenger card coming through. The messenger of Pentacles, he's telling us to make changes to our life, do things for the better. This is taking a perspective on our path forward with the pinnacle. This is taking an opportunity to heal ourselves if we catch a cold or we injure ourselves, to take care of it, put that band-aid on, put a little antibiotic on it, and pamper that so that we can release that and let that go and allow it time to heal. This will help rejuvenate the energy that we have surrounding us in this period of time of change and growth. As we move forward in this energy, we have the inspiration of the Emperor card. This is the card that is going to let us know that we are strength, we are power, we are faithful. This is how we're reflecting ourselves, and we're looking at this card as a reminder to be stoic as we move forward in our strength. This is us embracing the lioness and the cubs and following that energy and moving into moving forward in that positive spiritual influence as we go forward. And remember that energy also carries that energy of charity and helping others. This is an important aspect of us to be there for our neighbors, our loved ones, our family in the time of need. So as we're moving through this period of time, if you see people out there struggling, take the time to help them out. It will return to you tenfold. Help those that cannot help themselves. So put that energy out there. It doesn't mean pick up all the pieces every place you go. Just help those who can help out a little along, and it will one open your heart up and make you feel proud, and help people become prosperous from the charity of others. But it takes a neighborhood to go through these changes, and we have a lot of them happening. We do not have to experience them all hard. So as we move on, let's be supportive of each other as we go forward in this time period. Blessings to you. I feel like I'm on a brain glitch. Click, click, click. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video later after I take a nap. See how bad it is. I hate it when I'm super, super tired, and I really feel like reading too is the strange thing about it. So. Okay, let's move forward. It is 4:04 right now. Time is flying, isn't it? I haven't seen Joe come in the room, but I haven't gone through the chat. Let me slide through. There he is. Hey, Gerald. The Friday night special. Is it Friday? Oh my God, it is. I'm on Friday again. See, I am so tired. It is so fun. I did this a couple weeks ago too. Mix my Saturday and Friday up. So you're gonna get me 3 days this week. That works for me. It'll be fun. I am gonna get a good night's sleep tonight, and we'll be nice and vibrant tomorrow. But I do love reading, so I'm a little tired, and I feel like I'm falling asleep while I'm reading, but I'm channeling while I'm reading too. So I don't know if I'm babbling or if I'm not, or if I'm clear and precise. You guys, I'm sure, will tell me, sort of laugh at me, right? As we go forward. Anyways, trend zone tonight. Let's see what we get for you. Oh, I love the cards for you so far. Okay. So far, no pentacles. But they're power cards. I love it. Your final card. And your final underlying card is a 10 of Cups, abundance, happy families. Okay, the underlying cards of your reading are the Ace of Wands. That's you in your strength, in your power, in your knowledge, moving forward. This is a yes card. This is a strength card. This is a card that you're going to use to make changes around you in your life. You're going to use your knowledge, your strength, and the abundance that you have in your heart to bring that forward to help others. You are on your destiny right now with that Wheel of Fortune. So you're walking that line of the Wheel of Fortune, and it is doing nothing but keeping you straight on your path, moving forward in a very positive way. You get the action of Swords. This is you, the Knight of Swords, taking full charge, charging out there, standing in your tree. You're in your truth, your strength, your power. So you are charging right forward during this period of time and executing out the game plan of what you want to execute and what direction you want to go. You do have a little bit of infighting going on. I think this is all the changes around you. That's all that energy swirling around you have changed because you've had a lot of changes go on around you lately. I'm just going to exit that out. The hospital. Um, I had CTs done last week. I will catch it on the flip side. Yeah, this is you. It's a 5 of Wands. This is you taking power. It's a little bit of infighting. This is what you do in your head, but it's going to strengthen you as you move forward because it is bringing you that 10 of Cups, that happy family. So you're moving forward in a very positive way right now. As we go into the reading, you get the Justice card. This Justice card is representing for you that balance you're looking for, that financial stability, that balance. It's going to keep everything strong and thing. We're not getting the Pentacles, but you are getting that financial justice, that scale of justice going there moving forward. You are the magician too. You manifest everything you want and you make it come to fruition. Just keep up that manifestation because it is serving you well right now. And you are going to continue putting that energy forward, and it is going to serve you quite well again. Right in the center of the reading, we had the memorabilia card, the Six of Cups. This is you holding on to things in your past, the reminders of your success and the route you came and what you did and the directions you went, what you've learned, what you've accomplished through all those times. You take the time to look back and see what you've accomplished and what direction you want to go. And then you execute that and you find compromise and good ways to go about um, learning and enforcing new ways to go about handling the finance, handling the changes in life, and moving forward with a very positive outlook. And you share that energy with those around you to bring that forward and bring it into fruition. You also get the embodiment of swords. This is you in touch with your feminine side. In your side, the embodiment of truth, of honor, of justice moving forward. And you're staying in this energy and you're reminding people we need to stay strong in this energy and do what's right and make the changes in the area that's what right and continue enforcing and passing on that information. It is good. It keeps us strong and it keeps us moving forward very strong. What's this doing for us is it is allowing us to ascend. We get the world card, and I love this card because it's the card of the completion of the cycle. As a world card, you have an abundance of achievements going on. You're going to continue to achieve. You're going to take this information you've learned during this period of time, and you are going to rise above it all and learn and soar and make very positive changes as you hit these hurdles of success as you go forward. So blessings to you, Gerald, and thank you for coming in. Come on over tomorrow because we're going to do more readings tomorrow. We're going to change things up a little bit. I'll think of something different approach on how we read tomorrow since we're doing personal today. And we'll do a little change up and see what kind of perspective we can look at the cards tomorrow to give us more information about what's going on during these periods of time. And let's see who else is up. Trend zone. We got Tammy. We've covered. Tony. I had a dream the other night. I had this mushroom soup recipe. Believe it or not, I should. You know, when I get moved, I want to do some cooking programs, and I do want to put this recipe up there. It is a mushroom soup that's made. It's an Italian mushroom soup that's vegetarian, and although I do throw a little bit of meat in it for my husband because it really marries up really well with a little bit of I usually put what is the sausage? Um, can't think of the name of sausage. It's a link sausage that I buy. A Polish kibelsa. There you go. And it's the garbanzo bean. Um, it's garbanzo beans. It's some kidney beans and a pound of mushrooms, onions, celery, tomatoes, um, Italian seasoning, and then you add about a half a cup to three quarters of a cup of pasta. Um, After it's all simmered, you throw the pasta in, you let it simmer up, and then you just stop cooking, turn it off. I throw the cabalsa in at the end and just warm it up. It really doesn't need to boil up in the soup or anything. It's a wonderful, wonderful, really easy vegetarian soup. I usually serve it with, well, I usually serve it as a side with a big Italian meal. Or I make it for a lunch and serve it with some really nice crusty garlic bread on the side, or some croutons that I drop on the top. And a lot of times I will take some provolone cheese and grate it and sprinkle it on the top. It's really a good soup, though. And I don't know why that popped in my head while I was reading, but it did. And it's very hearty, warm, comforting soup. It's one that we started making when I was in college. My mom got this cookbook, and I tripped over the recipe one day, decided to make it, and it just became a big favorite in our family. So yeah, Brenda's going to be reading with Nate again. I don't think that's happened yet. She will post that when it's going to happen. They work really, really well together. So I look forward to seeing that one come up too. And Nate's such a sweetheart. He is really a good reader. Yeah, I need to take a nap too, Brenda. Yeah. I'm just sliding through the reading comments and making sure I got everybody on the list. Gotta find the dabbling a little bit. I am so sorry today. I can barely keep my eyes open. It's just terrible. I was up off and on last night. I was playing some games. I fell asleep and I put my phone down. Then my cats carried my glasses off. Yeah, I did get everybody. Cats carried my glasses off. I looked up and I had it's not a game that's playing itself for you. It's one. Um, I was playing Mahjong, which the flipping the tiles. That I love that game, and I can flip through those tiles so fast. And I was playing that, and then I was also throwing cards on a long term. Um, I was running a partial Celtic and looking at the future for different people that happen to be in the chat, and it was really interesting. But I was doing this just in my spare time. I didn't record it or anything, and it was people that I have pulled for recently. Actually, needed to put some of those in writing. I will start doing that. Is people pose questions to me? I will. If you want to send me questions, I should open a community page and just pull. I can channel some questions and stuff and go ahead and run them on YouTube, and just address them in my spare time when I'm not doing live readings. I really do like doing the live readings, but we'll work through some of that forecast. Anyways, I will be here tomorrow. I'm going to change things up tomorrow a little bit. Maybe throw some some oracles in with the tarot. Sort of give a nice little blended reading, and then Sunday we'll do more of a focus on the oracle readings and things going up. So I want to thank everybody for coming in on this. I thought it was Saturday, but Friday afternoon. And I don't know why my brain keeps on glitching on Fridays. But then Thursday, we didn't get trash pickup for our recycle or our green cans, which is our gardening stuff. And we called and they sent it out and they picked up our green our recycle, but they didn't touch the green can. They didn't even they did our next door neighbors and ours. That's it. Truck stopped by, picked ours up, and moved on. And my husband told him yesterday they missed our entire block. Wow. So everybody's cans are still out. They haven't come by and picked up the regular trash yet. And it's 3 in the afternoon. Usually they're here at the Crack of Dawn or one of the first blocks they do. I do not know what's going on with the city, but I'm sure my husband will be on the phone if they don't pick up the trash, throwing a fit about that. Um, because there's no reason not to pick up the refuge, especially for as much as they charge us for that bill. Yeah, so he'll be on the horn giving them a call, and of course because we're in the process of moving, we have a lot of trash right now. We've been talking about renting a dumpster and just throwing it in our driveway, not on the street because I want to get rid of a bunch of confidential stuff. So it needs to be set on our driveway so people can't, one, dump their own stuff in it, and two, they can't jump in it and dig in. If it's on your property, it's considered personal property, and it's like breaking into your garage. They just can't do it. So I told them I wanted it on the driveway so that people aren't rummaging through it, or people aren't stopping by with their truckload of stuff that they want to get rid of because we have a giant trash can for them to use. They do that around here. So, but we're just trying to get the house finished up. So we're looking at doing that also, and hopefully we will have it out. Anyways, I want to thank everybody once again. Much gratitude for everybody coming in. I will see you tomorrow, and I think I'll give Brenda a buzz and see if she wants to join me tomorrow. That'd be fun. Join me tomorrow to do some readings on early Saturday afternoon, and we'll go from there. Everybody have a great weekend. Have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern, 4, 5, 6, or 3 o'clock Pacific, 4, 5, 6 Eastern time. And everybody have a really good week and enjoy this beautiful weather. Bye-bye.